Can I go to the toilet, please?
What, before we start?
Yeah.
No.
I don't get the joke.
Do you not?
No.
I thought if you can hang on, maybe we can do the famous comedy. See if you can guess what we're talking about when you come back in the room thing.
Oh, what, you want me to go in the middle of the show?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay, I'll do that.
You've got all that to look forward to, folks, and more on this podcast.
Not hard-hitting podcast or
Really
riveting
giving them something
podcast.
to come back for,
Yeah,
aren't we?
on this.
I'm fairly sure this is going to make the final edit, is it?
Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure it is. Just because you've said that, I'm going to put it in, you bastard. Right, so we do have another podcast, ladies and gentlemen, and that is called Just Another Retrocast. That's released on Thursdays. This week we're going to be covering cartoons and animated stuff from the 80s and 90s. So, yeah. If you're into that sort of thing, give that one a listen on Thursday. This podcast, of course, is the SNEWS Button, which we're releasing a day late this week. Ooh. Just because we've been up to other things, which we'll also come to in a little while. Thank you very much for listening.
Life is bigger than you. And that's all the lines I know from R.E.M's seminal album that I can't remember what it's called.
Automatic.
Is it automatic for the people, or is it the other one that's quite big?
Automatic for the peephole.
Wow.
For the peephole?
Peephole.
Bloody children. Oh, dear. Anyway. Right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode number 13 of the SNEWS Button with Mr. Adam Gattrell.
Hello.
Mr. Paul Brown.
Hello there.
Mr. Ross Murphy.
Yeah.
And me, Chris Quinton. Hello.
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 How the
Do you remember
devil are
when
we?
Chris used to introduce himself and it was a gag for about 5 weeks?
Yeah.
Half of those podcasts aren't even online anymore.
They are. You can I watch people download them.
What, the first ones?
Not the first one.
Yeah, like the first 4 aren't available, are they?
Well, the one where we had like one microphone that was about the size of an ant in the middle of the room.
It's funny because it's true. Right, anyone got anything to stick in?
Yeah, some sound quality. Listen to this. That's a gag back to our early episodes as well.
Anything off topic to stick in before
I have got something that I want to talk about, but
Go
I
on.
think I might save it for next week because it might take the whole podcast.
Well, you can't say that.
Yes, I can. Do you want
Keeps
me
everyone
to
on
defer
edge.
my Transformers The Last Night review until I've formulated it in my brain?
Wait. I suppose you could do it. You could tell people at home what we can look forward to next week.
Next week, I'm going to dissect Michael Bay's farcical trollop of shite that is Transformers The Last Night.
So,
I can't wait.
is that
It's just a red hot... This is a little teaser for you. It is a red hot mess of a movie.
Is it as rapey as the last one?
You can't say that. That's a spoiler for the podcast.
That's brilliant. What other film could have "Is it rapey" being a spoiler? Brilliant.
Only Transformers by
The
Michael
one with
Bay.
Jodie Foster and the pinball table.
There is that, but I think that was part of the whole premise of the film, wasn't it? This one's unintentional. It's about robots. Yeah, is it as rapey as the last 5? Is it 5? It's 4? I don't know.
I think we're all lost on that.
We're all
to be
lost.
honest. They're all merged in together like the spaghetti robots in one of them.
Anyway, sure, we'll move on quick. Yeah.
So, that next week then.
Oh,
so,
Brill.
That's our little bit of Michael Bay bashing for the week.
Yeah.
Next.
get that in. So, you saw Stephen King's It, Ross, didn't you, this week?
Yeah.
Can't we straight on
Fucking
to
good,
Stephen
isn't it?
King bashing, are we?
No.
No, what was it like?
Oh yeah, talking of so after watching it, I went, oh, that was too good. I need to what's the bit? What's it? What's the albino monk do in
Oh yes,
Da Vinci Code.
counterbalance his chi.
Flagellating.
Flagellate
he's
yourself.
he whips himself. So that's what after I watched it so good that I went, I'll watch Transformers The Last Night.
Cool.
Oh, right, okay, that was why, was it?
No,
Just
it's
to
not
sort
why,
of bring
but
you
it's just
down,
sort of like-
calm you down a bit.
Yeah.
It's all about the yin and the yang.
I have also seen Stephen King's It.
What did you think, Christopher?
I enjoyed it, and I think everybody's reviewing it, so maybe we don't need to do a full-on review, but...
What you scoring it out of? Are we going 10? Are we going 1,000,000? Or are we going out of 5?
I thought this the other day, and it did make me think, perhaps we can make a review, like a figure for reviews in the future, with some kind of what's the word for a number that doesn't mean anything?
Arbitrary.
Arbitrary. So an arbitrary number out of something. So, for instance, I'm going to give Stephen King's It 20 clowns out of a circus.
Yeah, that I think other people do that.
Do they?
Yeah.
Fuck.
There's one podcast.
You try to be original.
Oh yeah, anyone seen a show called Burn Notice? They might have seen it because it's got the guy from, I forgot his name, matey from Evil Dead.
Ash?
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell.
Bruce Campbell, there you go. He makes soup as well. He's a pop culture icon, so people sometimes watch Burn Notice before they realise it's shit. The podcast I used to listen to called The Geek Box, the lead female in that show is called, her name's Gabrielle Anwar, and she's one of those people where people go, she's actually not pretty enough to be famous, which is a horrible thing to say. So when they score things out of 10, Gabrielle Anwar's, 1 is the best you can give something.
Oh, wow.
So like, how good was Transformers last night? And there'd be like 20 Gabrielle Anwar's. Because it's a fucking trashy,
poor
horrible
Gabrielle Anwar.
shit movie.
Oh. Is she that ugly?
No, I don't think she is. She's just one of those people where... and you're allowed to be a little bit like this because they're famous.
Is she a butterface?
No, I don't think she's Butters. I don't think she's probably...
What? I don't think she what?
Don't think she's Butters.
She's Butters. Ah, okay.
I don't think she's particularly unattractive. They made the joke that she's not attractive enough to be in films and TV, so they score movies out of 10 in reverse.
Fair enough. Anyway, Stephen King's It.
Yeah,
What do you
Stephen
reckon?
King's It.
Was it?
It's very good. It's basically Stand By Me and The Goonies and
Stranger Things.
with a horrible, terrifying clown of evil in it.
Isn't there a kid from Stranger Things
Yeah,
in
he
it?
is. The main little dude, I think, is he the main little dude in Stranger Things?
He's one of them, isn't he?
But he's from... Hang on. Wait, he's from the family, isn't he? Who doesn't his brother go missing?
His best mate goes missing.
Oh, I don't know. At this point, it's just a load of kids riding around on BMXs. I'm confused now.
Oh, no, it's older brother, isn't it?
I can't remember which one's got the little alien in the basket at the front or which one's trapped in the nether or whatever it's called. The Nothing. That's a totally different film.
Anyway, yeah, the fucking clown was very well constructed, I thought. Very well put together.
And amazingly, he's like one of those good-looking brothers from the Swedish family.
He is. They've
Is
got
it
like
Swedish
6
family?
people that act in Hollywood in their family or something.
Yeah. The
crazy.
dad is the guy that was in Thor as
He's the weather scientist dude, yeah.
Skarsgård or whatever they're called.
Skarsgårds.
That's it, yeah.
So,
They're
yeah,
all very good-looking
there's the
family,
dad.
and they turned him into that.
The dad, I think the mother, and it's definitely 3 brothers, possibly 4.
Yeah.
All involved in Hollywood.
It's mental.
Crazy.
Breeding them as quickly as Australia's breeding Hemsworths.
Genetically. Engineering.
Probably.
I think you'll find.
It's certainly worth watching at the cinema as well.
It is.
I think people get into it a bit in the cinema.
I
not
didn't think-
like Americans are. They're mental, but...
Honestly didn't think that it had affected me in any way, shape or form. And then late at night, last night, decided to need the toilet, go downstairs in the middle of the night, and I was getting fucking haunted by the fucking clown.
Shouldn't leave all the balloons out in your dining room.
Yeah, true. But still, it's very effective. I think it avoids like stupid jump scares and things like that as well. It's just
It is about the atmosphere and the
hauntingly
haunt
horrific.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah, he does this thing where he just changes, like... yes, certainly notice it in the opening shot where the opening scene where he's like talking to Georgie through the... At this point, this isn't spoilers, is it? The book's been out 30 years.
And we've all seen the old TV movie.
The original old TV movie, which isn't very good, by the way.
If you rewatch it now, it's probably a bit lost. Yeah.
He's just like, hello, I'm Pennywise the Clown. And you're just like, you're terrifying and you're in the ground. But the little kid's like, oh yeah, you are just Pennywise the Clown. And then he's like, I might take you. Sorry, did that come out? And he just slips into this like
demonic.
Yeah,
voice.
just like
Like a bit of water just dribbles out of his mouth, and it just like you just think, wipe that away, but you don't care. He's like, you're demonic.
Do you want your boat back? He doesn't do it that weird accent, and he's like,
Little
"Put your fucking arm off!"
It is Australian, of course. Anyway, yeah, very very much worth watching, guys.
I'm
Go and
well
check it
behind
out.
it. Yeah,
Go and
definitely
check
can't
it
wait.
Are you going to go to cinema, Paul?
I think I will. Yeah,
What, on
it's
cheap Tuesdays?
it's all being dictated at the moment by the imminent bump exploding.
Ah,
So,
the birth of It too.
yeah, that's
It
the one.
follows.
Yep. Yep.
I think I just narrowly avoided getting a punch in the face from my other half downstairs when Paul was saying about pregnancy and stuff, and my missus said something along the lines of, "Oh yeah, I was feeling really big and ready to pop." Just as I walked past, and I said, "What are you talking about? Breakfast this morning?"
That's why I just pleaded ignorance there. I just repeated what I said, and I thought I'll just dig him out of this little hole here.
Whoops!
Don't make it easy on
I
yourself.
thought it was
do
funny
you?
at the time. Sorry, Jilly.
You're still too close to the pregnancy for there to be fat jokes.
Yeah, true. Anyway, so yeah, Stephen King. There's another one of his. Well, while we're talking about him, there's another one of his properties being made into a movie. Another one, which we haven't covered before.
Because obviously it's done quite well, but
Yeah.
The Dark Tower's been getting very, very bad
I
reviews.
really want to watch it just out of interest,
Yeah,
but I
yeah.
have a horrible feeling it's going to be a bit of a Valerian. It's a bit of a.
I still haven't seen that yet, but
All
I've been
pretty
told that
and
that's
no
really
bollocks.
good, but people are...
Looks great, but is actually shit.
Have you seen it?
No.
Valerian?
No.
Because I've heard
That's the
lots of
general
reviews
consensus.
that people are saying it looks nice, but it's shit. But then other people going, no, actually, it's really good. It's just
I
not
reckon.
what people want because it's kind of same problem that John
It's like
Carter
John. I was
had.
just going to
Yeah,
say, it
yeah.
sounds like John Carter
Yeah.
all over
it's
again.
all stuff that has been done by more modern films like Star Wars and that, and people are just comparing it to that because they don't
Ironically.
realise that actually it came first.
Yeah.
Weirdly,
So-
probably Dune falls into that bracket as well a little bit, I expect.
Although, yeah, I'm really looking forward to what's this.
No, I mean
version
the
of
old
that.
one. I just mean you think about like John Carter's not a bad film.
The original Dune isn't really a great film, though.
It's good.
I enjoyed it as a child. I don't think it stands the test of time.
What is it that they say in it?
He who controls the spice
No,
controls
what is he?
the universe.
He's like the Messiah, isn't he? And they're like, "You are the like cataract or something." Because his sister turns into one of those fucking
Little
horrible
blue-eyed
demon
things.
women, don't
Oh
they?
yeah. You're right.
I'll pop you like the bad Harkonnen you are. She just bursts the fat fucking floaty Harkonnen dude, doesn't she? And then Sting gets stabbed in the side while just wearing nothing but pants.
And carrying around a cat in a box.
That's
A
how you
naked
carry
cat.
him around, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's a very odd film, isn't it?
it
It's
is a very
good.
odd film. But
Don't forget Patrick Stewart's in it as well.
he is, yeah, true. Is Daddy bloody? He's not Harkonnen, is he? No. What's
No, he's not.
Atreides?
He's Gurney Halleck.
Is he not
That's the name
an
of his
Atreides?
character. He's part of House Atreides.
Yeah. There
Is
you
that pre-smooth days? That's the hair days.
No, he's
isn't
bold
it?
as fuck, mate.
Is he?
Yeah. He isn't that far off of Next Generation, is it?
go. No, true.
I suppose not. No.
Very true.
No.
So, yeah, Stephen King. This one is called Suffer the Little Children, and writer-director Sean Carter is making that one, and it focuses on a divorced teacher who discovers some disturbing traits in the children who make up her class, flashes of a secret texture beneath their skin, and weird conspiratorial
You'll float too.
ways that they play together in hushed tones. So it sounds like Village of the Damned to me,
Yeah.
if you guys know what that is. The Midwich Cuckoos.
Mm.
No. Weird children from another world. But all of them in
Wasn't,
one town.
Children of the Corn.
No, that's
like
just
that, wasn't it?
demonic children.
Mm.
Is that a Stephen King book, or is it just a product of this era, and it just felt a bit Stephen King-y?
I think it just felt a bit Stephen King.
Mm.
They'll float too in the corn.
Excellent. Yeah, there you go. Right, so, yeah, we better move on.
Oh,
Yeah.
you're not letting anyone else consume this week?
Yeah, of
I
course
know
we
we- Oh. Who's
That's what I
going to
mean.
consume?
Go on then, somebody else do something.
What have I been watching?
Consume too.
I consumed a lot of something. Oh, I've been doing... Oh, yeah.
BoJack Horseman.
BoJack and that's
Rick and
that's going okay. It's not my favourite series so far, but it's good. I think it's getting somewhere.
Fair enough.
Rick and Morty, I bloody loved it again. Obviously,
Amazing.
I just can't.
Hang on, last time we spoke about Rick and Morty, you were one behind. Are you now actually caught up? What's the most recent one you've seen?
The most recent one I've seen is the Tales of the Ricks
Citadel.
and Mortys on the Citadel.
So
Yeah,
you're still missing one.
I haven't
Am I?
seen that one.
Yeah,
So
they
one
haven't
came out
released-
this morning.
it came out this morning.
Are you watching on Netflix?
I was going to say I'm
or-
watching Netflix, so they're only releasing them at the weekends.
I saw it on Monday morning, but yeah. Just get yourself onto a Facebook account
Yeah,
that's attached to
No,
streaming
just
Rick
watch
and
them
Morty.
as they come out in nice
Yeah,
1080p high definition when they arrive in an app that you've got installed on everything you own.
Do you know what?
Don't listen to what Chris is saying.
Well, the
Do
only
it the right way.
as much as I want to just consume them as fast as possible, I want to save them because if this series is anything to go by from the last series, the gap between how long it took them to make it, I want to just enjoy it for as long as I can.
You know you're going to watch it 3 times over.
Yeah, probably, but hey.
I've already watched several of these ones bloody several times over. But
Game of Thrones, season 4. Do you know, I've stopped watching it.
Have you?
I'm going to go back to it at some point, but I'm pissed off with it.
What's happened?
Puss in Boots has just got his head crushed in.
Puss in Boots.
Yeah, he knows what I mean.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know the guy?
Yeah,
You raped
Yeah.
my sister?
yeah.
did that piss you off?
Fucking killed my sister? You confess to him, yeah.
Okay.
And he got his head... It was overly gratuitously, realistically violent,
Right.
right? He
Kind
was
of the point.
And I'm... Yeah, but I'm
What,
just...
were
It's
you-
it's a bit...
What's the problem? Were you like masturbating at the time or something?
Well, no, it was the... It's getting a bit death porn in it, and... it's always been a bit that, but it's getting really fucking death porn now.
It's not really. That's
it's-
kind of one of the worst deaths.
That is
I think.
fucking horrific.
Fucking amazing.
And the other thing, I'm sick of them killing off characters I like and keeping the ones that...
That's why you're more...
I'm pissed off
you-
with getting behind characters and going, right, another one
I
dead.
knew
I'm
this was
fucking
coming.
tired of this. That's why I stopped watching...
Oh, I knew this was coming.
I knew-
I
yeah, I
told
knew-
you. I was like, you're going to fall in love with a character and then they're going to die in about 10 seconds.
Yeah.
The only
And-
character I like is still alive in the
They're
latest
keeping
series.
all the twat characters and I'm just fucking tired of it. Apart from Joffrey, he's dead, great. Yeah, but even that I felt cheated. It was such an easy get out. He didn't suffer at all. I'm sick of seeing that other guy
I love
suffering
it.
with no knob.
I just love it.
I just-
Everyone has
oh.
the same reaction, don't they?
Yep.
So I'm not on my own, but they've stuck with it. And does it get any better, or is it just get
do
worse?
what I do. Do what I do. Just watch the first 2 and the last 2 episodes of each series, and as the series
you
gets
can't
shorter,
do
I
that.
watch the first and last episode of each series. I still understand what's going on, and the only character I like is still in it.
I'm
It
watching every
works.
episode.
I'm happy with that, and
but
it wastes
you don't get
far
the,
less of my
You don't
time.
get the Thronegasm episodes.
Yeah, but none of that is interesting.
Fucking is.
It's-
Anyway.
yeah, it's a bit soft
Go
core
back.
porny as well, and I'm just
Actually,
tired
season
of that
5's very good.
bit. Is it
5 and 6 are both very good.
right? I'm going to carry on. I just needed a breather because I went, that's it. I've had enough. Puss in Boots was wicked, and I wanted to see him mush
Yeah,
that
but it's
fucker up.
his arrogance and complacency, which you sort of fall
I
in
agree.
love
I
with.
can understand it.
And
Yeah,
the fact that he's just like, I just fuck anything, literally anything.
anything. Yeah.
Don't worry about make or gender. I'll just have a go on you because I really don't care.
But I just liked... They seem untouchable at the moment, and he was the chink in their armour, wasn't he? He was that... He could have turned things from the inside. He could have fucked things over
Yeah.
for all of them. And it's just, no, it's just... And that was the one glimmer, because that family is just fucking horrible.
But this said, even though he did die, there is something
These
very
repercussions.
interesting that happens as a result of his fight with
Right.
the mountain. So don't stop watching it.
Oh yeah, so that's episode 9, isn't it, of season 4?
It's 9 or 10. It's one, yeah.
So at least don't take your break yet.
Yeah, just
watch
get to
up
the end
to
of the
the
season.
end of the season, and then maybe
Yeah.
have a break.
Yeah.
So there's some sort of redemption at the end of it. Is
Cool.
there?
Well, there's
To
no
a
such
point.
thing as redemption.
Well,
in
you know
Game
what
of
I mean.
Thrones,
Some
but-
sort of silver lining from the crushed head.
Cool. Go
Yeah.
back to it.
I will.
Adam.
Adam, what have you been eating up?
Other than the usual Rick and Morty and stuff, I watched the first 2 episodes of a new Netflix series called American Vandal.
Oh, yes.
And it's like a mockumentary about crime documentaries. And it's all about a kid who drew dicks. It's like spray-painted dicks on teachers'
I heard
cars.
about it. Is it a mockumentary?
Yeah.
Brilliant, because I first saw
good.
it and I thought, this can't be fucking... And it looks like it's presented as a real crime, but I thought, where
because
they
I quite
going
like
with
that
this?
stuff, you know. Like I do find
What, dicks?
Like, well, yeah. I like people drawing dicks. There's nothing wrong with that.
There is something really satisfying about that, isn't there?
And Superbad. Like I own the book of Superbad with all their dick drawings in.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's amazing. Cool. Yeah, it's like 240 pages of beautiful dick pics. Like every single drawing is amazing. Like, but yeah. Anyway, I quite like a
Jesus, you
a
must
crime.
love Rick
That's
and
got
Morty,
to be a
mate.
tagline, that, on the back of the book, an advert for the book.
246 pages of beautiful dicks.
From Adam Gattrell. The Guardian says.
But like, yeah,
Lusciously long.
With American Vandal, there's like a lot of things that are perfect satire of those TV series that I've watched about certain crimes, because I don't like the stuff where like they did a TV series that was based around someone going missing from where we live locally, and the way they filmed that and the 2 presenters. There was no facts really, other than one.
Who is it that produced that?
That was BBC.
Right.
So that was quite shocking that they did such a bad job.
Okay.
But it just seemed like those 2 presenters were glory hunters and basically were chatting to people and then attacking people and then like not really getting any extra facts and things like that.
I've avoided watching it.
Sensationalising.
I've avoided watching it. I know the guy that went missing to start with, and I know some of like an associate's family members were really angry about what had been said and accusations that were made.
Yeah, it's the way they presented it and the way they did things was very wrong. And there's a lot of other crime shows and documentaries about crimes that have happened, whether the person's innocent or not, or whether it's about a missing person, or whether it's about a crime that took place and they can't work out who did it.
They sensationalised it, basically.
Really good. But that one was done badly. And this is a prime example of the cross between done well and done badly. They do a nice mix of, like, the guy making it is someone from the school, and he's trying to work out, because he doesn't believe that actually the person did it, because he's not intelligent enough. So it's kind of, it's interesting. It's worth... I've only watched the first 2 episodes, but so far it's been absolutely hilarious at times. And other times you forget that it's a mockumentary and you kind of get dragged in and then catch yourself thinking, why am I watching this documentary about someone spraying... Oh, wait, no, it's a comedy, yeah. Because it's done so well. You know, your brain kind of plays tricks on you. So, yeah, it's worth watching.
American Vandal. Okay.
Yeah.
Give that a go.
Ooh.
Yeah. Other than that, I've just been with you, Chris, at the beer festival.
Waverley Caravan Park Beer Festival in aid of the Cystic Fibrosis Trust.
Yeah, it was a good weekend.
Which is why I sound a bit hoarse and a bit...
Yeah, I'm surprised I haven't lost my voice for the
Why
amount
the
of
long
talking.
face?
Even you were there, weren't you?
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah, everyone applauded you as you came out the toilet.
That's because I'm incredible.
Yeah.
I saw that happen.
You've never seen me go to
did you not hear
Have
me
you
tell
never
the
seen
whole
me go to the
audience?
toilet
Is that what it
before?
was?
Yeah, I told the whole audience to cheer him and go, well done on your poo, as he came out.
Ah, I see. It was
So,
that
yeah,
one.
yeah.
Just for the record, it was just a wee.
I was going to say, I thought it was he doing the horse piss again and they left the mic on? And everyone's, wow, listen to that. For a man of his age as well, that's impressive.
Still got the still got the muscle movement. But no, there's some amazing bands. There was some really good poets. There was some interesting bits in between. Yeah. One drunk poet.
Yeah. Who didn't even know it.
No. And then...
But boy, did she show it.
She did.
Wow. That's the sound of a baby. I don't know if that's the microphone's picked that up or not.
I don't know. If it has, then
that's
there you go.
That's a baby that wants some food. Wow.
Yeah, and hopefully we raised a lot of money.
Well, we definitely broke the £2,000 mark.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because on the Sunday, I did a 10-minute head shave auction.
Oh, did you?
And raised an extra 525
Who did
quid.
you convince to do the head shavings?
Some guy that was there on holiday.
Oh, okay.
Ron.
So, yeah.
Because we've tried doing
On holiday.
We tried
His
doing
name
that on the Saturday,
his
and
name
we
was
couldn't
Ben.
convince anyone. So
Yeah. We found a guy. His name's Ben.
Okay.
And another chap, Damien, shaved his legs. If we broke 400 quid, he'd shave his legs. That was the idea.
Oh,
So,
okay.
but it ended up being 525 quid. So we're
Nice.
definitely over $2,000.
Awesome.
Boom.
Because it always helps having those random people who are up for doing something semi-stupid.
We're going to do one on the Friday specifically next year. Try and arrange it.
Cool.
Yep. But yeah, thanks.
I don't think I've ever been anywhere where the bar staff have been absolutely as hammered as they were.
It's the end of the season, mate, for them,
It's
so
a
they're
big
going to have
party
as
for
much fun as us.
Everybody.
One
yeah.
for you, one for me.
I
Absolutely.
don't think I've ever been somewhere where I've looked at a member of the bar staff and gone, they brought a cave troll, because he was about 7'5".
He's the owner.
That's
Is
the
he?
owner, yeah,
He's
yeah.
a big guy.
He is very big.
He listens to our podcast, so say
Does
hello.
he?
Hi, Jay.
Hello.
He really does. So, yeah.
Does he actually?
He
Yeah.
really does, yeah.
You're a very tall man.
And a cave troll.
I think he knows that he's tall.
Yeah, I'm just stating the obvious.
Okay.
But yeah.
Are we talking Game of Thrones giant?
Oh, yeah, he's like the
Yeah.
mountain, mate.
Magic.
He
He
is a
will
very.
turn
He's the
your-
only person I know that has managed to swim across the river down the road from here and survive.
So you not just stride?
Yeah, he did just walk. This is something you should never do. We are not promoting anybody swimming across the River Medina because it's extremely dangerous.
Yes.
Never do it.
Never.
Unless you're a mountain.
Oh, even then.
But yeah, hopefully
Think
we'll
twice.
at some point we can let everyone know how much money was raised and
Yeah, we'll have
Yeah.
an official figure that will go out on Facebook and get generally plastered around the place in the next few days.
awesome.
Cool. Right, should we have some news?
Yeah, let's get on it.
Snoozy news.
Snoozy news.
Right, Game of Thrones.
Is a book and a
Yes.
TV show and a board game.
As it was mentioned, I could have put this in with your Consnewming. Sorry, Paul.
No, you go for it.
The ending, when we get to season 8, they're going to film like loads of multiple endings so that it can't leak.
Or they release it like that film that's called Clue, in it, but it's actually Cluedo because we
We all
name
know
things
it's Cluedo.
properly.
Or they'll do exactly what he'll end up doing with the books, and he'll die before he finishes the books, and all the tapes will get burnt and
That's
lost.
the point, though, because they are doing exactly what he's doing with the books. But in order to stop it leaking, they are releasing like 7 versions of the script, and therefore and filming loads of like fake endings and fake scenes and things, so that they'll get leaked and they'll get passed around, but nobody will know which ones will be actually the final story.
Even the
arc.
actors might be
Yeah.
confused by
Do
it
you know-
because they won't know what's real and what's a
Do you know
fake
what-
scene.
Do you know how you'll tell what all the fake ones are?
They won't use proper prosthetics. And
No,
there won't be any
there won't be
dicks
any
in it.
digital effects required to make it convinced that that's the real ending.
one of them's been picked out for this specifically already because like it's a scene with a dragon in it, and so usually when you've got a scene with a dragon, they don't have like the dragons in the shot, and the actors are just behaving as if they're there. But in this one, there's specifically like a big cardboard dragon head that the actors are using as a prop, which doesn't happen. So that one's been singled out as a fake already. Yeah.
Well, you can tell which ones are fake, so they won't have dicks and breasts in, because that's his favourite thing to put in his books, isn't it?
Well, I don't know.
Whilst we're on the subject of hidden writings on things, did you
Right.
see that little piece this week? I think it was the BBC were doing it, an interview about the Terry Pratchett sort of museum thing they're going to put together.
Yeah.
Yes,
And they've got
yeah.
they've got the hard drive
Yep.
with all his unpublished works on.
10 books, yeah.
Yeah, and he's been sworn to secrecy, never release it and
Yep.
everything.
And
Imagine getting your hands on that.
Do you know what they did with
It's
it?
no use, mate. It's been run over by a steamroller.
Really?
Yeah, in his will, he wanted it to be run over by a steamroller,
Hell.
but the steamroller didn't do a good enough job, so they put it through a stone crusher as well.
So now it's gonna go into the museum, but it's just in pieces.
That's mad.
That's what he wanted. What a great
Wow.
man. Speaking of which, Good Omens.
Hello, I'm Terry Pratchett.
you're
Please
not.
crash my hard drive. I don't want anybody to read my unpublished works. Goodbye.
Good Omens. Has anyone read the book?
Yes.
No.
Neil Gaiman and Terry Pratchett.
No.
You bloody should. Go and listen to it.
It's really good. I just a lady just brought it back at work today, and my boss looked at it because she mentioned to me, and me and the woman started having a conversation about the fact that the photos just come out recently of is it
David Tennant and Michael Sheen.
Yes, as the two main characters, and they
Yeah.
look wicked stood next to each other.
Yeah.
So she
What a
was,
pair of
we were
actors,
talking
really.
about it. and
Doctor Who and Brian Clough
suddenly I got,
saving the universe.
but suddenly I had like 6 or 8 different people coming over to the counter interested in taking the book out because they're making a TV show.
Yeah.
So I think extra copies will end up being
That
bought.
happens, doesn't it? And then they do the version of the book where it's got the movie poster cover. Also a motion picture from Sony Pictures.
I hate those covers.
Yeah.
This said, Michael McKean, Miranda Richardson and Jack Whitehall have also joined the cast as well. I don't know if I know anything about any of those names.
Jack Whitehall.
Jack Whitehall's the comedian whose
Yeah.
dad is quite rich, ex-politician or writer.
Right.
Who were the other two?
He's
Miranda
in,
Richardson.
Miranda Richardson was in Blackadder and stuff. She was Queenie, wasn't she? Was it
Oh.
Miranda Richardson?
I always had a thing for her. It's Queen.
Yeah, yeah.
And Michael McKean.
I'm not sure who that is.
They're all British TV actors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
We'll
don't
not.
know who
We'll
he
not
is.
Google
Jack
it. We'll leave that
Whitehall's
for you.
pretty funny.
Yeah.
He plays this he plays this really posh kid in a TV show called Fresh Meat, which is basically
Oh, I know who he is. He's crap.
he's Fresh Meat's basically the in-betweeners, but when they go to university
Are
instead.
you talking about Jack Whitehall or Michael McKean?
Jack Whitehall.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't rate him very much, to be honest. Though Fresh Meat, you enjoy hating him, so he's kind of believable in the role.
Got ya. Anywho, so yeah, one of you mentioned Queen a minute ago. Or Queenie.
Yeah.
So Michael Myers is joining the cast of Queen, everyone.
Michael Myers?
Bohemian Rhapsody.
Mike Myers.
What,
Well,
as
not
in-
Michael Myers, Mike Myers.
Yeah, I was going to say, Michael Myers, isn't he the killer in a Shatner mask?
He is.
Yeah.
Yeah. A
So
reverse
Mike-
Shatner
Mike-
mask.
He's
Pedant.
joining Bohemian Rhapsody.
That's worrying.
I don't care who. It's going to be a car crash, whether it is this
Do you
film. Yeah.
I don't know, though. I think...
I love him. I love these
think
sort
they
of movies.
could do a really good film about him, because having chatted about him with a couple of people that knew him, like, it could be a fucking epically
Oh, it
interesting
could be,
story.
but you know they'll do it wrong.
Well, yeah, it's
is
especially
it.
if it's going to be all Americans playing the parts. I
It's
don't know
not
why
all
they...
Americans.
Sacha Baron Cohen.
Not anymore. It's not.
No, but he would be amazing. He could...
Yeah, but he's too old.
Really?
Look,
Yeah.
as long as it's got sex, drugs, rock and roll, and AIDS in, I'm well on board with this.
Grids.
Yeah.
If they were doing Freddie Mercury's like moments later in life, then yeah, I could see Sacha Baron Cohen working.
maybe, yeah.
But Rami Malek, I think that he looks
Yeah.
fucking amazing.
yeah.
Looks very on point. So yeah, speaking of things that you want to be a success but could end up being a train wreck because of stupid studios. Oh, DC, Warner Brothers. You,
I knew you were going to say
what are you
DC.
doing?
What have they done?
God, because Wonder Woman the sequel,
Yeah.
we've got Patty Jenkins back on board definitely as a director.
Cool.
This is a
She
good
did a
thing.
good enough job.
This is a good thing. However, it's going to be co-written by David Callahan, who's the guy that wrote The Expendables.
Right.
Have you seen The Expendables?
Yeah.
It's a big pile of shit.
No, it's not. It's a perfectly written satire of 80s action films.
But
That
it's
is,
awful.
he wrote that to be specifically the way it is.
Yeah, but
it's good writing
awful.
for what it is. That's the
Okay.
thing. It's supposed to be awful. Like, anyone that goes into Expendables expecting a decent action film or an actual drama is watching it for the wrong reason. The Expendables films are supposed to be utterly shite. They are like over the top, ridiculous satire of the people in it know that they're doing a satire. You know, they don't take it seriously.
All right.
That's why it works.
Let's see what else he wrote.
Yeah,
He
what
wrote
else has he done?
Mortal Kombat.
That was a great film.
That's a good film.
Oh, hang on.
Mortal
No,
Kombat one.
wait. No, that's the remake. So he's looks like
Remake?
He's
What do you mean?
yeah, it's in pre-production. isn't
Oh,
it?
okay.
So it looks like he did all of the Expendables movies.
Yeah,
Jean-Claude Van Johnson.
that's quite funny. That's the one where Jean-Claude Van Damme kind of accidentally gets brought in to be a secret agent because apparently he used to be one.
All right, he did Godzilla, which I quite liked.
Yeah, Godzilla
The
was
most
alright.
recent one.
It's just the love story.
The
that
most
got on my
recent one?
nerves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was really good, yeah.
Yeah, I just
However-
didn't like the American soldier love story. I didn't need that.
I agree.
More of the Japanese scientists.
I think I think there'll be a lot less of that in the next one. I
Yeah,
think that's just
yeah.
to bring the Western
audience
in and then
Yeah.
get them hooked.
Do
And
you
Doom
think
needed Doom.
they're going to go to modern day straight away with the next one?
Don't know. Maybe not.
No, I reckon that they'll probably do the Cold War.
Well, why don't they do the Second World War?
I think they'll skip it because that's been done in a couple of superhero movies already now, so there's no point. So I reckon they'll jump to the Cold War and have her having another look back in her mind to something she's already sort of done because of something Bruce Wayne has sent her, and it's like Bruce Wayne trying to keep her.
What, a
Happy
movie of
and-
flashbacks? Because they always
Here's
work.
another boyfriend you outlived.
Yeah, basically that's what it'll be.
It's just Highlander, isn't it? It's when he gets married and she dies,
Yeah,
and then he wakes up in New York, and the film's terrible.
True. Very true.
yeah, they could go the other way. They could bring it straight up to modern times, but I imagine they'll do more of a backstory because they're doing that in Justice League. That's set now, so she can do that, and then I think her films will be set telling her story leading up to some bigger Justice League story. I think that's what they'll probably end up doing. I think they're making the right decisions with that side of the franchise.
Let's hope so.
Well,
yeah.
all of these ideas sound really good, but they sound like good ideas, so they're not going to happen, Adam.
Well, I don't know. They did it. They've done all right with Wonder Woman.
Yeah, but that's the only
Yeah.
example
Yeah,
of an
exactly.
okay movie.
Whoa!
Yeah,
Green
yeah.
Lantern is a good film.
Yeah, but it wasn't made by this particular group of people, was it? That was a whole different kettle of fish then.
Whole different barrel of monkeys. Probably
Yeah.
green ones.
Yellow.
From another. Why yellow?
Because monkeys are definitely part of the Sinestro Corps, aren't they?
Depends on the type of monkey, I guess.
You get an infinite number of evil monkeys and put them in yellow suits, and they will type
Green
out
Lantern.
the ending for the next
write the
10
Green
Transformers movies. That's how Michael Bay gets his scripts made, by the way.
Yeah. That'll do it. Okay, Electric Dreams. Did anyone see?
No.
That came out this week.
No.
Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams. Starting with the Hoodmaker. The
I was really looking
Hoodmaker.
forward to this, but I've not seen any advertisement anywhere.
That's what
Well,
I'm thinking.
I've
it
not
was-
seen anything on Facebook.
It's-
I've not seen anything on YouTube.
Okay.
Like, I
It
don't
was
watch
advertised
TV,
quite
so-
regularly on the run up to it on 4.
Yeah, I don't
Channel
watch
4.
Channel 4, so
But that'll be why then.
yeah.
If
I
you
watch
don't
stuff
watch
online,
broadcaster
but-
TV, you don't see adverts of broadcaster TV anymore.
Yeah, but you'd think that where it's going to be on all 4 and stuff, that they'd promote it online to younger people
Yeah.
who don't watch normal TV in the standard
You're
way
not
anymore.
young anymore.
Well, they did that with Black Box,
but
didn't they? You're right.
I'm
You
got
young
another
enough that I
podcast for
don't
that.
just stick to channel 1, 2, 3, and 4. You know, I watch my stuff when I want to watch it online. And I really look forward to these. And the problem that Channel 4 always have when they do these things, same as they had with the second series of Black Mirror,
Black Mirror,
they
they
don't
made a
advertise
big
it
deal of it.
everywhere.
Yeah.
They just do well, we're going to advertise it here. Oh, no one really watched it. Oh, we'll sell it to an American company
Well,
and then do
that's
something
not
new.
that's not going to happen because they're already airing. They're definitely airing all the episodes.
Oh,
Just,
yeah,
just
yeah.
infrequently, just
Yeah,
here
yeah.
and there. But you can watch it on all 4.
Cool.
Um,
Okay.
It's good. I've still got to watch the last 10 minutes, but it's what I've seen is very good.
Don't watch it on all 4.
That's the
I'm
trouble.
saying the opposite of what I said about Netflix. Go on to Pirate Bay and download the 1080p version of it because
I already
all
tried and
4
I couldn't
is
find it.
standard depth.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, but it's
480p,
not, all
which
4's
is
not,
annoying.
though, because I get it in HD on
No,
my TV.
you do not.
Not true HD, you don't.
Channel
It's
4
still
don't make
pretty
enough money
fucking
for
close
it,
to
or it
Netflix.
doesn't justify.
How big is your television?
64-inch?
64.
Something
It must
like that.
look
It's
awful.
massive. No, it looks amazing. Same as all my Blu-rays and that. When I watch all 4 on that TV, it looks fine.
Oh yeah, broadcast it. Oh no, Channel 4 or 4OD, no, whatever it's called. There are more 4 or whatever.
Yeah.
there are
It
other
looked
channels
bad on my
called. Is
32
available in
television
HD.
yesterday.
Yeah.
Their online, what's it called?
All
Catch
4,
up.
isn't it?
Catch-up service is standard definition only.
Oh, catch up through a TV sort of thing, rather than on their website.
No,
Same thing.
Oh, well, that's what I'm watching it through, but on the PlayStation 3.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And it's coming through
it's the
higher than standard definition, most definitely.
Then your Blu-rays, when you watch them, must look fucking immense.
Yeah.
Anyway, semantics.
So yeah,
Cool.
apparently, yeah, just go and watch this episode and get on it, because the episodes that follow aren't as good. Well, actually, they've been described as less engaging.
Oh, well, that's good.
Which is, yeah.
You'll be less engaged too.
Well, on the note of sci-fi, the Orville's come out.
It has. I've not watched it yet.
It's
I'm
awful too.
2 episodes in.
Oh, you've seen some of it?
Yes.
Ah. That's
You're not
two
allowed to talk
episodes in.
about it, though.
That
'cause
surprises
it's
me.
the wrong section of the
Well, no, it's
podcast.
news.
No,
It's
no,
news.
no,
It is Seth MacFarlane written. It's got a wide range of characters, and it is obviously a satire of Star Trek.
Yeah. So it's out. Let's watch it and do a review next week.
It's worth giving a go.
Cool. Handmaid's Tale. Have you guys seen that yet?
No.
Yeah, it's really fucking good. Isn't
Put it on your bloody watch list. It's bloody
Yeah,
amazing.
mate
Best
was
TV
talking
of the
about
year.
And it's
And
just won an Emmy.
I have had that reiterated by the Emmys.
Yeah. She got Best Leading Lady as well, didn't she?
Just because it's
Best
fucking
actress.
brilliant. It's definitely the best TV I've seen in a long
My
time.
mum watches it.
Watched it.
I haven't got around to watching it myself.
I think you'd like
10
it, Paul.
episodes, mate. In, out.
It sounds really horrific.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
but
it
you
is.
just like
Not,
it.
But you've
You
gotten
like
through-
Red Riding, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, but
You're like it's grim up north. Yeah. Paul's like, this is England's not dark enough. I'm going to watch Red Riding. And then you're like, oh, I don't want to watch Handmaid's Tale. It sounds a bit like hard work.
well, Red Riding.
What
I
is
would-
Red Riding? I don't know what it is.
I wouldn't choose to watch it again now at all. I'm
Right.
glad I watched it. It's basically it's a dramatisation of the corrupt police service, government, and sort of the paedophilic murderous ring going on. That's
In Yorkshire.
Oh,
in
it's-
Yorkshire.
is it-
Well, no, it's the Lancs, isn't it?
So it's
Oh,
a
Yorkshire.
Is it?
a documentary style thing, is it?
It's a dramatisation type
Right,
of thing. It goes through the 70s, 80s, and 90s. So part 1, 70s, part 2, 80s, and they follow a leading figure within the police force or somebody else for
Right.
each one, seeing how they basically discover this ring and how it inevitably consumes them.
Right.
And it's dark as
Fun fact, the reading it's called Red Riding is Yorkshire's so big it's split into 3 ridings.
Ah,
I see.
That's where the name comes
the
from.
East Riding of Yorkshire, for instance.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know which one's missing. I think it's the west one.
Okay.
I think
If
there's
you're
north,
from
south,
Yorkshire and you can
east.
tell us, please write in.
But yeah, Yorkshire's the biggest,
Podcast at
biggest
Sne-
county by miles.
Podcast at snewwiththecrew.com.
Yeah, I'll probably log in and check. We've had no emails.
We broadcast that people should write in, but nobody's checking the email. Right, great. We're very professional around here. We will definitely check the email. Please write in and let us know. Or find our Facebook page, of course. Snew with the Crew.
I'm going to log in now, you pedant.
David Harbour. We had a first look at him as Hellboy.
Peter Boat.
He looks just like
Peter Boat. What? David Harbour.
Oh, that
Nathan Cove.
He looks just like Ron
Jonathan the
Perlman did.
Submarine.
Daniel.
Mickey Dingy.
All right, you've gone too far now.
No, I'm sticking with Mickey Dingy. That's my stage name from now on.
He's either a magician or an assassin. That's like, have you seen Mickey Dingy?
Magician
He's down local club, mate. He's doing magic. Is he? And he's like, Mickey Dingy, look at me pull a rabbit out of a hat. Or I'm Mickey Dingy. I'll smash your fucking head in if you come over here.
He does
I'll
both.
do it all with a
I
blow
think
up
he should
mallet.
be a magician assassin.
Yeah, I think that's
Pull
exactly
a rabbit
what-
out of a hat and
Like,
stab you with it.
Cross between Paul Daniels and Jason Statham.
Yeah, exactly. You'll like it, but not a lot.
Watch me pull this Rottweiler out this fucking hat.
Yeah, he looks just like
I
Ron
think we just
Perlman.
wrote a book.
I
guys.
think we've got it. Yeah, we're copywriting it now.
Okay.
The
So,
thing
yeah.
is, no, seriously, just one more last thing to say.
it
There are
about
lots
boats?
of films about Hitman where the film title is just a non-Hitman job
The
title,
mechanic.
isn't there?
Yeah, yeah.
So the magician
The
is definitely coming.
transporter. They're all with Jason Statham in as well. The mechanic, the transporter. Like, there's two that are not the job he's doing.
The door-to-door salesman.
Mm.
No, right.
Anyway, ring to it.
So David Harbour as Hellboy.
Yeah.
Did you see the picture?
Yeah, as I've said 3 times during our funny moment there, he looks just like Ron Perlman as Hellboy. There's no massive difference in his face shape. They've done a really good job of keeping the look of the character.
How much is that of that whole thing is either Photoshop or really good prosthetic?
Well, he's being paid lots and lots of monies, and he's spent literally a month training.
That's not a month's worth of working out, mate. That's all
months?
of the tablets and all of the injections you can have in a month.
And possibly some prosthetics as well.
Yeah, I imagine there's an element of prosthetics, but it's amazing how quickly people, when they've got nothing else but a personal trainer,
and shitloads
very
of money,
strict diet, and then
no
loads of money
concerns
to make them do it for like a job, will bulk up and get massive. A lot of them end up with diabetes and other issues because of the sugar content in the protein powders and stuff. But it's amazing what they can do.
There you go. Yeah, he looks bloody amazing. So maybe we'll stick a picture up on our Facebook page. And Daniel Day Kim has been cast as Ben Damio, the guy that was, it was a bit controversial because they cast the guy from Deadpool, the white guy. And the universe went, you can't do that. And he stepped down, and we've got an actual guy of Asian descent.
Cool.
Playing the character now, which is good.
In a role that actually sort of suits it, following the...
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of things where they don't change it, and there's no reason it can't be different. And there's a lot of things where they do change it, and it shouldn't have been changed. So
this is kind of like kudos on the guy that was originally cast, actually, for stepping down and saying, you know what, I actually think this is wrong, so I'm going to leave you guys to make the right choice. Just go and do it. Put pressure on the studio. Boom. I'm not saying whether it's right or wrong for that to happen. I think it's just...
But then it's different to, like, them people trying to force, like, social justice warriors in America trying to force Iron Fist to be played by an Asian character, and it's like, well, that's kind of the point of the story. You could change it, but it doesn't necessarily need to be. Yeah. Like, whereas there's other
Tilda
characters...
Swinton as the Ancient One is one that I still don't understand, but still, it's...
You still had, what's his name, British actor playing Wong,
true.
Who is a master in that rather than an assistant, which is nice.
Which brings us nicely to Blade Runner.
Oh!
Blade Runner 2049. I know you guys are avoiding like trailers and things, as am I.
Yep.
But
so I'll talk about the movie some.
They've released 3 short films, or they've released 2 so far, which bridge the gap between the original movie and the current one.
Oh, cool.
So the first one is called Nexus Dawn, and it's got Jared Leto doing his little role as the guy that creates the Nexus robots. But that's in 2036, and then you've got one in 2048 called Nowhere to Run, with Dave Bautista as a replicant running around with nowhere to run.
It was quite funny when I had the trailer on and saw him, and my girlfriend went, oh, that's Drax! But he looks like normal. That's really weird. He doesn't look how I imagined he'd look without all the Drax makeup on. And I was like, yeah.
I actually want to go and watch some UFC fights.
WWF.
Is it WWF?
Yeah, he's not an actual fighter. He's a WWF.
He's an actor.
Yeah.
Both in his sport and
he's an actor since he started.
Fair enough. We've had UFC fighters become actors, haven't we?
Yeah.
Isn't the girl that was supposed to be
they're
playing...
actual sports people. They're not actors.
Oh, Ronda Rousey,
sport.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. The girl that was supposed to be playing Captain Marvel. She was UFC, wasn't she?
Ronda Rousey.
Ronda
Rousey, yeah. No, she's UFC, but she was never going to end up being Captain Marvel.
She was rumoured to be.
Yeah, that was just... Yeah, that was because of the other film she was going to be doing.
Which is what?
She was supposed to be doing Roadhouse, but I think because she lost her title, the film company panicked, and it doesn't seem like it's being made now.
Roadhouse, as in a remake?
Yeah.
But with her as the main dude?
Yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Roadhouse.
Cool. Roadhouse.
She was in one of the Expendables.
Was she?
Yeah, she kicked someone's ass in high heels and a dress. It was quite fun to watch.
Fair enough. We should have linked this to bloody Hellboy, but we didn't.
I think she's in one of the Fast and Furious movies as well.
Probably.
We should have linked this to Hellboy, but we didn't. Guillermo del Toro, The Shape of Water.
It looks good.
They've released a red band trailer this week, which we'll link. But it's getting some fucking good reviews. Like, actually, like, standing ovations at film festivals by every single audience.
To me, it looks like it is the backstory to the character Abe Sapien in Hellboy, and there's no reason it couldn't be like one of his relatives or something. You know.
Well, yeah, shared universes.
Without
we've done that podcast.
any spoilers.
Yeah,
Yeah. Do we find out what The Shape of Water is?
I think it's a square.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool. Just
with a wavy corner.
if anyone's listening, just yeah. Sorry about that.
So, do you know anything about the movie, Paul?
No, that's why I'm asking you about what shape it is.
So it's kind of
I've
creature,
seen it. It's coming out the
creature
tap
from the
thing,
back lagoon type stuff.
Tap shape.
Type creature.
Yeah.
So government experiments.
Got
They've
wrong.
got this creature, and then some of the workers quite like the creature and find out that it's quite nice, really, and befriend it, and I'd maybe set it free, and then Michael Shannon's a very angry man.
And one of the people that gets very close to the creature is a deaf woman.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, is this
She's
thing
using
telepathic?
sign
Sign.
language with it.
Telepathic?
I don't
telepathic,
know. There's a lot of
isn't it?
sign language going on between her and it through the glass in one of the trailers.
I don't know why I want to laugh at that bum.
So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, it's some sort of humanoid fish creature.
A similar sort of vibe as the hippo pig mass breeding film recently.
Yeah.
Cool.
Movies
But
that remind you that humans have hearts, really.
And it looks exactly like the character from the old Hellboy movies, Abe Sapien. So,
Right.
And it's made by Del Toro.
Or
so,
the creature from the
you
back
know.
lagoon.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
That one. Yep.
I'm looking forward to that. I think his previous film, I need to go and watch that. Crimson Peak. I don't know if you guys have seen it.
Nope.
But I didn't watch it because I kind of thought it looked like a bit of just a standard horror film. But
Yeah.
apparently it was really badly mismarketed. And it's like a nice gothic romance story,
All right.
which, it's got some very good ratings. So I'm going to stick that on my watch list for this week.
Yeah, the problem with Gothic things is Tim Burton ruined it all for everyone, didn't he?
Well, maybe. Maybe.
That and The Crow. Piece of shit movie.
Speaking of which, he's going to hate that segue. J.J. Abrams is directing Star Wars Episode 9, isn't he?
Yes, he is.
Fucking
They ran out of
stupid
directors.
decision.
Oh, I think it's a bad decision
I
myself.
think they ran out of directors.
Maybe. In actual fact, I'm going to...
Oh, loads of lens glare.
Let's curtail back to our previous comments on the matter, which are, it doesn't matter which director they put in, because it's not really them. They're not really the ones in charge of making the film. I don't necessarily... I'd like to think that J.J. Abrams can make a better film than bloody The Force Awakens.
Yeah, but The Force Awakens wasn't an awful piece of shit, whereas the Star Trek films Abrams has made and a lot of other films he's made recently have been awful pieces of shit.
I think I could probably put... There's no reason why I can't put the first Star Trek movie and Force Awakens in the same basket.
I don't know, I'd say the first Star Trek
They both
is-
make really bad choices.
Yeah. But then Force Awakens isn't as bad as Star Trek was. Like, for something with so much folklore and backstory and pop culture stuff connected to it, they did a much better job with Force Awakens than they did with Star Trek.
Wow.
Star Trek was abysmal.
Wow.
Like, it was a good action sci-fi, but
Yeah.
it wasn't a good Star Trek
He
movie.
knows how to make pretty scenes, doesn't he?
Yeah, and Force
You know.
Awakens was enough to get people back on board. It wasn't the best Star Wars film ever.
It doesn't matter as long as you introduce 12-year-old children back to it, does it?
Exactly,
You know?
yeah.
The Force Awakens, the problem that movie had is it had to reset Star Wars back to zero from
Yeah.
the minus whatever the prequels left it at.
Yeah, true.
I like the new Star Trek movies.
Yeah.
I like all of them, apart from the second one's not very good.
I'm not a massive... The third
Do you know why I
one's the
like
only
them?
one I like.
Because it really pisses Star Trek fans off.
Well, that's fair enough. But
Nerds.
with all the crap that's happening, the release date's been pushed back to Christmas.
Yeah, so they're going to... Actually, the Star Wars movies are all coming out at Christmas every year now.
Yeah. So December 2019, we'll get episode 9.
Cool.
Cool?
Well, yeah.
But just like the only thing I'd say about that is that I feel sorry for all the other studios that have gone, oh, there's no Star Wars at Christmas. We're definitely going to release our movie at Christmas because we've only got to go up against Mary Poppins and we'll be all right. and then Star Wars comes along and just takes the audience.
I think you can probably safely bet that Mary Poppins is going to sell an insane amount of tickets as well.
Yeah, you're right. But
if
I'm
it's
just
good
And
as
they're
well.
both the same company.
I'm just making an
Well,
example.
there's only one company anymore.
Well, yes, it's Disney or the other one, pretty much now, isn't it?
Disney, or well, it could end up being Netflix. No, in actual fact, no. They keep making dismal bloody messes and ruinations of films, and I'm pissed off with them. But yeah,
What? Hey,
What?
Netflix.
you can't
They've
be
made
like
some
this
great
about
stuff.
everything. You can't go, oh, Ridley Scott, I forgive you for every alien that's come out of
What are you
your
on about?
release. And then go, I don't like what Sony are doing with Spider-Man, and now I'm going to make snipey little comments about Netflix. Context, Chris.
They keep bloody messing things up, don't they?
It's like what?
The Defenders wasn't great.
The
Iron
Defenders
Fist was
great.
awful.
Iron Fist wasn't great. Defenders was great. I don't
Bloody
know why people
Death
disliked
Note I
it
watched
so
recently
much.
sucked. I watched Rememory, the Peter Dinklage movie.
Yeah.
That was actually all right, but I'll cover that another time.
They do a lot of stuff though, Netflix, and they
Yeah.
do stuff that's different budgets as well. They do their big budget stuff, and they do their very low budget stuff. And I like the fact that they do that.
Fine,
So,
I'll retract my comment and give them another chance, maybe.
You don't pay for it. You can't give them a chance. You're stealing.
What was I talking about? Star Wars, that's fine. Right, okay, and that's almost it, except for the fact that True Lies has got a TV adaptation in the works.
What, as in the
concept
Arnie thing?
Yeah, I like the concept.
Of True Lies.
Yeah, like that.
Being on
You
TV.
can it can make a TV show out of the concept of a guy being just a normal husband and international spy.
Yeah.
Like,
they-
imagine
if they
James
do it
Bond as a
like,
TV show, but he just came over and was really nice to his wife every night.
It's sort of going to go down the lines of Dexter, isn't it? I'm guessing.
Who knows?
No, because it's probably going to be good.
Well, yeah,
Well,
there's
if
that
they
as well,
if they
but-
do the same as they've done with Lethal Weapon, the Lethal Weapon series is great fun.
I've not seen that yet.
It's got drama in it. It's got action. It's got comedy. The fight scenes, the gun shootouts, the car chases, everything in it is exactly like it was in the films, except you haven't got Mel Gibson in it.
Right.
You got like two younger, newer actors, and it's actually pretty good. So if they do a similar, and the Rush Hour series, even that's okay.
Can they put that on the DVD box? It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, probably.
Cool.
You'll be
So hopefully
remade
it'll
for
be like
TV too.
You're still referencing it over there, Ross.
Yeah, it's quite good to just drop them in and like all through the length of the whole entire podcast, isn't it? Gives Chris something to cut out.
No, they're all staying in. Right, we spoke about Ridley Scott then a minute ago. The first trailer for All About the Money. Oh no, All the Money in the World just dropped.
What is that?
So that's a film, interestingly as well. Here's another bloody situation where we've got two films about the same subject matter
Again.
being released very, very close together.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So they did it with Churchill, and they cancelled each other out. So
Yeah.
what is it now?
They're doing the
Famously,
current
Deep
war.
Impact and Armageddon.
This is true. But this one is to do with the Getty abduction. So this guy, Paul Getty, grandson of an ultra-rich tycoon, gets swiped during a night out, and then, this is a true story, he was chained in a cave for 6 months and ransomed for $17 million. The grandfather said, fuck it, it's probably just another one of his pranks, we're not going to pay that at all, and didn't pay a penny until one of his ears turned up in a box.
Oh.
And they eventually ended up paying, I think, like $3 million or something really small. But they got it.
Mate, I'd cut off anybody's ear for £3 million.
But
I wouldn't.
The point being, though,
Just yours.
This guy Paul Getty like really suffered because of the whole thing really badly. It traumatized him and screwed up his life.
Well, he shouldn't have been such a dick beforehand, and his granddad wouldn't have thought it was a prank.
Maybe
there's a lesson to be learnt there by Mr. Getty.
Maybe there's a difference between faking being sick for school and getting kidnapped, though. Who knows?
Well, it depends on the sort of pranks. If you've got a very rich family, the pranks are going to be of a higher scale, aren't they?
Maybe.
But then that's not the only films that there's going to be two coming out of.
Go
They're
on.
also doing two films coming out at the same time, all about the electricity.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this is why this is the third one, the current war.
Yeah, it's just nuts. Like every time something comes out about history as a film, someone else is like, "Oh, I will do that as well." Every time a Craze film comes out, 2 Craze films come out at the same time.
Yeah,
When
but that's 'cause
Legends
there's 2
came
of
out,
them.
there was Rise of the Craze at the same time.
Ah,
There's
I
always
missed
got to be
that.
4 craze.
Always got to be 4.
Otherwise, the world ends. Right. Jackie Chan, The Foreigner. There's a new trailer.
Looks fucking amazing.
I've not watched it yet, but
Every bit of the trailer looks fucking amazing. It's nice to see him in a British film.
British revenge movie about
Yeah.
a foreigner. What is it? His daughter's gone missing or something?
No, his daughter is killed by a bomb that explodes on a street in London, and he goes to the local police station who won't do anything, so he goes to the local government, or the guy in government in Parliament who deals with that sort of stuff, and goes, I need the names, the police won't give me the names, and he's like, no, I can't give you the names. He's like, yeah, but I know you used to work for those terrorists.
Right.
And he's like, no, I've never worked for terrorists. And he's like, yes, you have. You don't know who I am. And he's an special service Chinese agent.
You don't know who I am?
Yeah. So, yeah, it looks amazing. It is, a revenge film, but there's obviously a political plot within it and other bits to it that just, it makes it look really interesting.
A political pot.
A political plot.
So that's released on the 13th of October. Find the trailer on our Facebook page. Pixar's next movie, Coco.
It's about a clown.
No.
It's about an elephant.
No.
It's about a pair of socks.
Oh, fuck, that's something I forgot from earlier on. Guillermo del Toro.
What?
He's bloody directing Pinocchio.
Pinocchio.
Yeah.
That could be good.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds much better than...
Oh, mate, I can't wait for them to get to the island where you turn into donkeys.
Yeah.
Well, dark, twisted Pinocchio would be amazing.
That'd be much
Mate,
better
the
than
Disney
Aladdin
one's pretty
by
dark
Guy
and
Ritchie.
twisted.
Well, yeah, absolutely. This is true. So,
It's
dark,
quite weird.
gothic
Aladdin
Pinocchio.
by Guy Ritchie,
Yeah.
this one, being Delta. It's interesting who they're choosing.
That is interesting. So, yeah, anyway, back to trailers. Coco, Pixar's next movie, which is about a young boy that wants to be a musician, but his family have a no musicians rule, and he goes to the Mexican Day of the Dead, and it's probably all musical and lovely.
Like Billy Elliot, only music.
Yeah. Anyway,
Doesn't sound that interesting.
Bollocks.
doesn't sound that interesting, but it's
Is that
Pixar. Come
Pixar
on.
movie, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, but not every Pixar movie's great.
Well, most of them are
Yeah,
good.
but they haven't made a bad film, have they?
No. But
Cars 3 didn't get good.
Yeah, but
reviews.
Cars 3 wasn't a proper Pixar film.
Was it not?
No,
Cars 1's a
only
bit
the first
bollocks.
one is.
I don't
Only
really
the
like
first-
Cars.
Only the first Cars and Planes and all the others were actually Pixar.
Is Monsters University 2 actually
yes,
Pixar?
that was actually Pixar.
That's only okay, isn't it?
I thought it was better than the first one, personally.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
The characters were far more
Weird.
developed.
Liam Neeson.
What's he up to?
Well,
his dick
he's
out.
always going to be like on a plane or a train or
He's
or
probably
somewhere.
on the phone to somebody telling him how he's going to beat them up
with his specific set of skills.
while fighting wolves barehanded in a tombstone town.
So he's got a trailer for a new movie called The Commuter.
I used to be a
For
judge.
God's sake.
Go on.
Another
So what is it?
assassin
Plane,
movie.
train, bus?
I think it's
what?
all of them. It's the tagline on it is like a businessman is caught up in a criminal conspiracy during his daily commute home.
Please tell me it's on a boat with Mickey Dinghy.
If it's like Falling Down style, where he's not actually involved in it and then ends up just losing his mind because of all the shit going on around him, that might be alright.
Well, we'll
like
see.
that film.
I think it's just going to be
Falling
another Liam Neeson movie.
Yeah, probably.
Rinse, repeat.
Jason Statham is the bin man. Tom Hardy is the waiter.
Right, anyway. So Matt Damon.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is
The wrestler.
the traffic
The
warden.
wrestler. The traffic warden would be a good one. Just with your big lollipop. Hacking people's heads off.
Dwayne The Rock Johnson is the lollipop man.
Anyway, right, so Matt Damon's new film,
Matt
Downsizing.
Damon.
Have you seen the...
Trailer
Oh,
looks
God,
really, really good.
It does look very interesting,
It
doesn't
looks
it?
like a concept I can actually enjoy that's not going to be... You know, you can tell what you're getting from the trailer.
It looks a bit like a Being John Malkovich type movie. Just a bit quirky,
Yeah,
bit
yeah.
weird, you know.
Maybe a little bit Truman Show as
Yeah,
well.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. So along those lines.
Sorry, what are we talking about?
Downsizing.
Co-
So Matt Damon...
I went off on Dwayne Johnson. I was trying to imagine the movie just Yeah.
Lollipop Man.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Lick my justice. That's not how he talks, though, is it? But I just had that in my head.
lick my justice.
Yeah.
Wow. But
So-
stop for kids, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Don't lick. Oh Christ, that's a whole different type of film.
God, no.
Back
Right.
to Red Riding. Right, go
No,
on back.
that's
What,
awful.
sorry, what were we talking about?
Right, downsizing. It's a story about kind of in the future.
Yep.
If you want, you can get yourself medically shrunk to about
To make more
5 inches
room.
high. To
So
make
like
more
inner
room on the
space.
planet.
Are we going that angle?
No, that's small. Like you're on a coach, and next to you is like glass cases all the way along the windows with tiny little chairs in,
Right,
with other people in that have just been shrunk,
right.
and they go and live
They've
in
got loads of space
communities
because
and-
they're small
yeah,
and their money's worth more.
yeah.
And they can live in nice big luxury homes.
And in one scene, there is a
Big for them.
giant bottle of vodka with a special thing on, and they literally pull a handle, and one drop comes out into a glass.
Wow.
And then
This
they're
sounds
like,
brilliant.
"Party!"
This sounds fucking brilliant.
It seems like a really fun. Is it Kirsten Wiig and Matt Damon as
Sounds
the main
like a
two?
really expensive episode of Thingy.
I like Kristen Wiig.
I forgot what's called.
Thingy.
What's the fucking Black Mirror?
Black Mirror.
Yeah. It could be like I think more kind of not as sad and depressingly shit by the end. It looks like it's actually quite a good feel-good movie.
So not all.
There's going to be something wrong, though, isn't there?
Oh yeah. There's probably going to be certain things, but I
No.
doubt it's going to be a horrible ending.
Right.
I got a funny feeling it will be a
Feel-good
feel-good
hit of the
film.
summer.
Yeah.
Or, well, winter, because it comes out in December.
You say Black Mirror is depressing, but the best episode of Black Mirror is the most uplifting bit of television I've ever seen.
Which one is the
San
best one?
Junipero.
Is that the one with the girl who lives in a fantasy world? Or
Yeah.
actually, she's an old lady.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are, but
That-
they've still
that
got
is
that
very
kind
good.
of dark edge to them. That's
If you haven't seen
Twisted.
San Junipero, please, just before you watch anything else ever, go and watch that episode of Black Mirror.
just watch
It's-
all of
it's
Black
fantastic. Well, yeah, but still single out that episode. It's very good. And finally, we have a trailer for The Disaster Artist.
Mirror. Looks perfect.
Yeah. I think I've heard some people say, well, yeah, but it's about this guy that made The Room and his journey through making The Room, and instead it looks like we've got like a feel-good happy movie. What's going on here? It says surely we should be making the guy look like a dickhead.
But he's friends with
Yeah, with
the guys who are
James Franco.
James Franco's playing him, and he's friends with the guy who made The Room and Wiseau. I don't know how you say
Tommy
his name.
Wiseau.
That's it. I've seen interviews where him and his mate that made the film are sat with the two guys, James Franco and the other one, who are playing them in the film, chatting about like, oh, he sent me all his diaries so I could read for his diaries that he wrote at the time, so I
Right.
could get more of an understanding of his character and what he was going through as a person. And it's interesting. It seems like they're going, well, although it's a bad film, they did something pretty amazing, really. Considering
Well,
there were
it's
two guys
it's
with
probably
no
made
money.
a shitload of money, hasn't it?
Yeah,
Actually,
yeah.
It's still
Yeah.
being screened. I mean, yeah.
So it'd be interesting to watch.
I'm looking forward to it. I
People
wanna see
still
the
pay
film.
money to see this film over and over and over
People
again.
still pay money to watch Troll 2.
Yes, this is true.
Like,
Not me. I've
That
illegally
guy.
downloaded it.
That guy is actually convinced that he made a great movie, though,
and
isn't he?
he had a breakdown because of seeing how audiences reacted to it.
Oh, really?
That was the sad thing.
Oh.
Like, he's okay now from all information I've seen, but he lost it when he found out that people thought it was funny.
Oh, that's pretty sucky.
Yeah.
Okay, fair
At
enough.
least with Tommy Wiseau, I think he kind of realised by the end of it, this isn't great.
He's kind of
And
taking it.
people are going to find it funny.
He's taking it all quite well, isn't he? You know?
Yeah.
I saw him on giving an interview, having a go at James Franco. Though, just saying, I don't really like the way he's portraying me, but I don't really sound like that.
But then I've
Yeah,
seen
you kinda
interviews
do.
where they're sat next to each other and he's going, he actually did pretty good once I watched the whole film.
There we are. That's about it for all the trailers. We'll link all those on our Facebook page. Go and have a look. And,
No,
and if you've got any comments,
Posters or type font
no
News,
posters
no?
or font news. No,
Nothing this week.
nothing.
logos.
No logos.
No.
Oh,
You're excited, weren't you,
I was
Paul?
really
You're
yeah.
looking forward to logo news, weren't you?
Yeah, sort
Sorry.
of gone
I like
semi
it
on
because
now.
it winds Ross up.
I try and put them in when I can, especially if it's Transformers logos.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, should we wrap this one up?
I think so.
I think we should. And then we can all look forward to Ross pulling Transformers apart next week.
Yep.
Yay.
Tune in for that one.
Maybe it's really good.
What, the podcast?
Maybe Hot Rod's not ruined.
Oh, God. Right. Adam,
I've seen the picture, mate. It's enough.
where can we find you?
You can find me in the usual places, Adam Gatchell Arts on Facebook and the YouTubes and various other places doing other things.
All linked below,
Yeah.
of course. Paul.
Rocket Punch Collectables and Curiosity. Come and have a look. We got some curious, weird collectible things.
Cool.
Yeah.
Also linked below.
Also linked below, yeah.
Or on our Facebook page. Or
Got some highlights for the week. Stuff coming online on the shop soon. I've got a large collection of magic lantern slides depicting deadly diseases and bacteria.
Nice.
Which is fun.
Magic Lantern. What's
Got any
Magic
AIDS?
Lantern?
I misunderstood what they were. I thought they were like slides you put in but they're basically one of the first projectors. So they're
Right.
massive slides, old slides.
Okay.
But I'm going to find a way of converting them into something so that I can have them as an actual lantern, have bacteria all over your house.
Shouldn't they be like one of those Tomitronic Viewmaster things?
See, that'd be great. But I'm thinking I'd like to
This is
invite all
AIDS.
my OCD friends around
Right.
and just have this projecting bacteria all over the walls and see how that party goes.
Amazing.
My other thing, I've got some movie posters, one of which
Do you all hang
is-
out together? Sorry, I'm sorry. Rewind.
Oh yeah,
When
we
you're
all
like,
know each other.
I've got OCD friends, like they're separate from your normal friends.
yeah,
well, they
like,
are,
You've
'cause
got,
they're
to
like-
keep them separate.
I've got a group of friends. They can't go anywhere.
It's like your DVD collection. You have to make sure
You
you
have
have,
to-
certain friends for certain things, and you keep them separate in the right
Yeah,
places.
in the right order,
Like
with the
you
right
do with your
numbers, and
games.
otherwise everything goes wrong.
Don't mix the
Do you
PS3
know my
with the
DVDs
Sega.
used to be ordered by how good the director was, and then that was the first thing, and then it was the year.
I used to do all my CDs by
Sweet.
colour.
That's fucking mental, mate.
A
That's
rainbow.
absolutely mental.
A rainbow.
Yeah, I quite like
It was
that.
great.
The merging
I
of the
bet it
colours
was.
gradually. Yeah.
I bet it was just simply fantastic. Look at it, it's in rainbow colours. I want to watch the rainbow colour films. Anyway, I've got
Wow.
That's a good one.
and I've got it. Well, yeah, we're on the subject of Uber Camp. I've got a movie
Thanks.
poster of The Bitch, starring Joan Collins.
Oh.
It's a belter,
Ooh.
so that'll be online soon,
Cool.
and a few other weird bits
Right.
coming up soon.
Paul's shops are linked below or on our Facebook page or anywhere where you can find links connected to our stuff.
Yes,
Please go and visit.
please indeed.
Roscoe.
You'll float too.
I am so busy with my actual job, I don't exist anywhere outside of it at the moment.
Fair enough.
Don't find me anywhere.
Slave.
Don't find Ross on the PlayStation Network floating.
Maybe. Might get a
If you shoot him down with a
teensy little
big
go on
tank.
Battlefield at some point this week.
If you can find him, kill him with a tank or hit him with a golf club,
Please.
depending on what he's doing.
Where
Anywho,
are we finding you?
and me,
Yeah, where have you
you
been
can
skulking?
find me hanging out on the Facebook page of SNEW with Crew, answering questions and linking trailers and stuff. And my music page is linked below and stuff as well. So feel free to go and have a visit and leave me a like if you like. I will put some music on there, I promise. Of course, you can find our podcast in all the usual places. If you want to share it with your friends and stuff, then do please Google SNEW with the Crew and give them a link. Give them a link to any of them, really. Or use the podcast app on your phone or iTunes, for instance. Although we should mention Sticher and Libsyn, because they're our main hosty type people. So they're great. Check them out.
Woo.
Is that everything?
Yeah, I think
Listen
we've
to
covered
our
it all there.
podcast down here.
We all listen to podcasts down here. Anyway, say goodbye, guys.
On a balloon.
See you later.
Ta-da.
Ta-ra.
Thanks for listening.
Goodbye.
I need a wee now.
Ross didn't go to the toilet.
I know, I went through a whole podcast as well without a wee.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell?